6:30, Oregon is experiencing another increase of COVID-19 cases. Statewide, there's been a 50% increase just in the last week.
The increase is especially steep in Marion County, with nearly 200 new cases in the last 2 weeks. Fox 12's Paulina Aguilar spoke with a local doctor about what a spike like this means for the future.
COVID cases are rising even though the numbers are smaller than a few months ago. Dr. SHARFF of KAISER PERMANENTE says that the current case count is a vast underestimate of what's actually happening in the community.
The cases that are reported are a fraction of what's actually occurring in the community because people are relying on those home antigen tests.
That's because at-home tests aren't required to be reported, and those tests have shifted the perspective of living with COVID.
So this, I guess, inability to really have true eyes on the numbers makes it more challenging to predict, what's going to come. Are hospitalizations going to rise, or do we have a new variant that's on the horizon that's going to have a major impact? That being said, we're also at a point now where people are starting to live with this virus and go about their daily lives while simultaneously living with COVID.
Though COVID cases are rising, hospitalizations are staying flat. That attributes to three things: immunity from prior infection, vaccinations, and early access to treatment.
So there's immunity from those vaccines and booster doses that are protecting people against severe disease and hospitalization. As individuals get infected, their ability to access treatment and get treatment early is helping keep them out of the hospital.
CDC guidelines says to isolate for 5 days if symptoms are better. You can leave isolation and still wear a mask, but that has caused controversy.
If you ask a lot of medical experts and scientists, they're not necessarily thrilled with that guidance and would really encourage people to antigen test at day 5, because if you antigen test and you're still positive, you're shedding virus and probably shouldn't be out in the community.
And if you're traveling, going maskless in planes is safer than public transportation because of ventilation.
I think buses and trains is a little bit more complex, particularly because the ventilation on those transport systems is so much more limited. They're enclosed. They don't have that good air exchange that airplanes do.
Dr. SHARFF says it's up to the individual to make the best choice and how to stay protected, but says being vaccinated is still truly the best way to stay protected. Bottom line, Dr. SHARFF says that we are evolving with COVID and we are learning a lot more, but expects there will be another increase come fall. Reporting in Hillsborough, Paulina Aguilar, Fox 12 Oregon.